All right, gang. I was instructed that not every video has to be 2 minutes long or 3 minutes long. So I'm gonna try to stumble through this instructional period and explanation of why it's vital to have a good layout table that's solid and stable and consistent. If you're fortunate enough to get a beast of a layout table like we have, first things first, you'll want to level it. X and Y, both directions. And try to check it periodically and make sure it's level if it's not on a slab or if it's in a situation where it may get bumped with a forklift or anything like that. Okay, then once you get it leveled, what you're gonna wanna know is your dimensions, X and Y, as far as your tabletop goes. And we're fortunate with this guy because it's flat. And we know it's about 3x8. I think it's 3x8. But anyway, that's not important for right now. What I'm explaining to you is it was a real life situation where a co-worker of mine had a product to build, and he has a layout table, and his layout table is 72 by 96. And I'm gonna be all over the road on this video, so you may have to rewind and fast forward and cuss and spit a little bit. They may add their tails out of it. Okay, so anyway, what he had to build was basically a cylinder, and it was 73 inches OD, and then it had a plumbing fitting coming out the side. I think it was an 8 or 10 inch spout, and it had a flange on it. So from the top, the pipe had a flange, and it had a 6-inch projection. From there, well, we did the math. They give you a number from the center line of the can to the face of the part, and it ended up, we did the math, it was 6 inches. That's 73 and a half, that's 36 and a half and 6, it was like 42 inches, whatever the hell. So, I mean, this is just hypothetical. You're never gonna build one of these anyway, but chances are slim. But what we did, and the inside of this can had a box. It was like an influent or effluent box, either way, I don't know. So looking at it from the side, he had this, and then the box come in, and it was walled on 2 sides and on the bottom. And lucky for him that box protruded. Well, that's wrong. It come out and then finished flush with his OD, and then it had a little ear. See, it had a little ear on here, each side, a little corner. All right, but it was basically there. All right, so now back to it. Anyway, to build this without it scalloping, right where his box is, and pipe combo, he takes his layout table. It's square, and that's 72. Okay, so he pulls a center line dimension, finds him an X, but instead of getting right in the middle, he knows his can is 73, so he needs it to hang over a little bit on the back. So that's going to be 1 inch plus. All right, so now he wants to be able to work the face of his part, and I'm gonna lose you or skip around here, so but don't worry about it. So he moves back 1 inch on his radius, and then he lays his radius marker out where it hangs off the back. There's around them, no damn Michelangelo. But anyway, he gets him a scribed circle on there that's 73 OD. Okay, now he takes his can This is just marks now. He knows that's the outside of his box, his can. And he's got his center line here, and he lays out where his box goes. In this case, it was 28 inches wide. We'll use that hypothetical. 14 inside on each side. 14, 14. All right, so, and then he had a 1/4 inch side panel. So, that being said, now, he lays his cylinder out on his scribe line, and he has his hole cut in it, and he can insert his pipe in there. Now, this box has a bottom in it here. So when that pipe gets in there, it's gonna be virtually impossible to weld around the bottom of that pipe. It's closed off. It's a blind edge. If you don't do a trick with smoke and mirrors, you're never gonna get that bottom. So anyway, I instructed him to put his pipe in first and weld around the bottom. I'll scoot the thing off the edge of the table where he can reach under there and weld under the bottom. Then put it back and get his OD right. But in the meantime, lay his box out. Go ahead and drop it down inside the can. And set his cylinder back up. Match the radius. Match his box up with his chalk lines. And now he has an object that's basically just like his print. Important part is back here at these points. Is space that wrapper up so it doesn't sag and have any little scallops in it. And it's maintaining his round. And then all he has to do is tack his box along the sides. And then you can drop in from the top, weld your internal cylinder there, and weld the top of your pipe. You'll have all that good to go, but it's tacked off hard now. But the problem with the layout table is the benefit of the layout table, matter of fact, what I meant to say, is he's got his nozzle sticking out. And he's got his parts centered up on his table. And he knows the 73 and the 72, and he knows all his numbers. Now, with his table being flat, level X and Y, he can place his flange on with a prescribed offset for the weld around the inside of that flange. And as you're looking at it from the side, he can now take a level, and measure back to the edge of his table, this space here, and that'll give him, he can set his projection on his nozzle off the edge of the can, off the edge of the table, and it'll be accurate. So pretty much he can build the entire project on the tabletop. Any questions? Like, share, subscribe, comment. This is Mo, damn it. Tire Creek Ironworks out.